Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Thursday. Guys, welcome back. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. Definitely hit the like button. But we have a lot going on for Up and Adam channel 2, also over here on Up and Adam channel 1. And of course, we have polls, everything in between. But today, Thursdays are one of my favorites, especially now that, I mean, after this week, I don't know, but we get the Real Housewives of Miami part 3 of the reunion, and then we get the continuation of the Real Housewives of Orange County. So yeah, and then tomorrow, hot messy topics. And I love a good breakdown with Jason on hot messy topics, and that's exactly what we're going to have. So it'll be interesting. Anyways, let's just jump right in, shall we? All right, guys. So there's been a lot of speculation about the Real Housewives of New Jersey. People are wanting to know if Teresa and Joe, her brother, are doing this whole sit down, the meeting of the minds. Does that mean that we might be able to have them both back on the show? Or is that just going to create the same tension that we had before? Like, I think all of the fans are confused. We don't really know what to expect. But there was an article that came out saying that there is speculation in the New Jersey circles about Teresa and Joe possibly reconciling after years of family turmoil. And according to a production insider, the show producers have no interest, none at all, in filming any part of Teresa and Joe's reconciliation effort. So, in this article, it stated that despite public chatter about the reconciliation, filming plans will not include capturing their attempts to make up. That's interesting to me. But when Teresa signaled publicly that she might be open to reconciling with Joe, some viewed it as a desperate move to maybe secure her spot on the show. I don't know why she wouldn't secure her spot on the show. I mean, at the end of the day, you guys, especially if you have $3 million in taxes and you have all of this stuff that you need to pay for, you have this expensive lifestyle, and they're willing to pay you almost $2 million. I think, why would you walk away from that? It doesn't make sense. Literally, it does not make sense. But one insider claimed that Joe was not being sincere in wanting reconciliation. He's allegedly making Teresa beg for an apology so that he can have more leverage. And they're describing him as egotistical, wanting to maintain control in the dynamic. I don't know. I I feel like that's not necessarily exactly what's going on. I think that we have a little bit more to look at, and I think that it's a deeper dive than that. I feel like there's a lot of hurt on both sides, and at the end of the day, like, of course he's not going to be, like, oh my god, I am so excited about dealing with my sister, and she's not going to be that way either. I mean, have you seen how her and Louis have talked about Melissa and Joe, how Joe and Melissa have talked about Teresa and Louis? It doesn't make sense. But earlier rumors did suggest that Teresa was trying to reconcile with Joe previously. And a lot of people doubt that. Some sources say that Melissa Gorga has intervened to stop a reconciliation. I don't know if I believe that, but others deny that Teresa had made any of these moves before, arguing that these claims are being framed to look premeditated. But the article did mention Melissa Gorga's perspective, saying that she's reportedly worried about her own position on the show should Teresa return and resume some sort of strained relationship with Joe. But if Joe's on the show, Melissa's on the show. So I don't think that there's much to worry about with that. But she is said to support the idea of reconciliation, partly out of concern for her own casting prospects. And out of all of this, there's a big part of it that implies that this reconciliation attempt is a much more strategic move, more than it is emotional or about the family, given how reality TV narratives and cast contracts influence a lot of the public relationships. I don't know. Again, we're going to have to wait and see because this one is going to be interesting. Now, on top of that, I have a few little clips that I want to share with you. Starting here.
Is moving day. Again, I'm moving into my own apartment. I'm going to bring you guys along the process. I'm using Roadway. Of course, again, they made my last move so smooth and so easy. First ever apartment in New York City. I'm the sole person on the lease. Really excited. Also a very bittersweet thing. Obviously, there's a lot we need to catch up on. That's for a different day. Today, let's move with Roadway. Today is moving day.
All right. So I think that we have Ariana Bierman, who is being very open and sharing her journey with Hudson because they have broken up. They both issued statements. And listen, at the end of the day, I have said this multiple times. They are both young. Like, it's okay. Nobody is judging them. I don't know why anybody would. But then we had this.
It'd be really fun if we could be not back like in a regular show like we were before, but something different. Like I would love us all to get together, like on something like for Bravo, like Below Deck. Like, can you imagine all of us housewives below deck making the staff go crazy? I mean, I would love doing that.
That would be easy. Or
and then of course, if Luann
that's just the norm.
Wait. And if Luann made a wrong move, she'd be falling off the boat, drowning instead of falling into a bush.
No, she would be in the captain's cabin, and the boat would be running into like a shore somewhere.
Do you guys ever see like the new like RHONJ girls around town? Are you like friendly with them?
No. Oh no, we're not unfriendly. It's very interesting. People want to, and I think you'll agree with this, Ramona. People have this misconception that we are angry or we don't get along or we're in competition. One had nothing to do with the other. That was a much more higher up thing. But listen, no, I never see them. No. And also, too, when you say you see us hanging out again, we've never stopped hanging out for 25 years. I mean, that's...
No, we're genuine friends.
Yes.
What made our franchise so unusual, we were all genuine friends. Yes. And we had this bond. And Andy used to say, I can't believe after filming the reunion, you girls are all having dinner together. Who does that? Because we had a general bond.
Yes.
And what I think is really cray-cray right now is that our show I realize it's an icon show like I Love Lucy, Friends, because I walk down, especially when it's down in Soho or West Village, 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds, they're approaching me because they're seeing all the reruns. Oh my God, you're Ramona. I love you on the show. I love Dorinda. I love that show. It's so much fun. It's so much fun to watch. It's iconic. And they're repeating it over and over again. Where are our residuals, Dorinda?
That's what I want to know.
I think it'd be really fun if we could be not back like in a...
Last but not least, Ebony K. Williams.
If they are convicted, they will serve an active jail sentence. I don't think there is any question about it. And I think that was determined at the onset of the case because of all the facts that have been laid out. This sheriff's office, this state prosecutor have already told us, Carlos King, that they are making examples out of these wealthy, famous Black people. They are. We know that from the press conference alone. And we also know that Clock T, when that state attorney came out and one of the first things he said out of his mouth was don't think of insurance fraud as a victimless crime. He didn't have to say that. Did you clock T on that? Because I did. Yeah, that was making sure the first foundational premise of his remarks was that this impacts you and me. This impacts every American that holds an insurance policy in any capacity and all. If they are convicted.
Oi. Okay. I want to hear what you guys think, guys. Pop off in the comment section, please. Smash the like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. This one's going to be interesting. See you later. Oif.